Welcome back, Bison Nation. My name is Charlotte Davignon.
And I'm Halee Opsel.
And tonight we'll be taking you through campus, local, and national news. Stick around. A Virginia liquor store had an unexpected visitor this Black Friday. Police say a raccoon was taken into custody after what officials are calling a liquor-fueled rampage. Authorities were called to the Ashland business after employees discovered a trail of smashed liquor bottles inside the store. The trail led to the officers right to the suspect, a raccoon that they later identified as Cole, who was found passed out in the bathroom in the sploot position. Officials shared a photo of the raccoon lying next to the trash can and toilet, appearing to be sleeping off what they called poor life choices. After several hours of rest and no signs of injury, the raccoon was released safely back into the wild.
A major break in a 4-month-long Fargo murder case. Investigators have arrested 24-year-old Tyreek Jones in Minneapolis, ending an extensive manhunt that began after the deadly August 3rd shooting in downtown Fargo. Authorities say the arrest was made without incident, thanks to the coordination between local police with marshals and regional task forces. Jones is expected to be extradited back to North Dakota to face charges. Fargo police say the arrest brings a significant step toward justice for the victim's family and the community.
Game wardens are investigating after a poached deer was found dumped southeast of Bismarck, just a week after North Dakota's deer gun season has come to an end. A landowner discovered the dead buck early in the morning of November 30th, lying in the ditch of Lincoln Road. According to North Dakota's Game and Fish Department, the deer had been shot and killed sometime late on November 29th. North Dakota's deer season officially ended on November 23rd.
Communities are gearing up for a weekend of giving. First responders, local businesses, and volunteers will host a multi-city holiday food and toy drive this Saturday. Donation sites in Fargo, Bismarck, Minot, and Jamestown will collect new toys, non-perishable food, and winter gear to support families in need. Organizers say the annual drive has grown significantly in the past few years and expect this year to be among the biggest yet.
A 12-year-old Texas girl is safe after a sand hole collapsed on top of her during a Thanksgiving outing. The incident happened as the girl was digging in the sand when the hole suddenly gave away and buried her neck deep. Officials say her father immediately jumped into action, clearing enough sand from around her head to keep her from breathing until first responders arrived. Multiple agencies worked carefully to remove the sand and pull the girl to safety. She was later checked by medical crews and released to her family without serious injuries. Authorities are reminding families that sand holes on beaches and sandbars can collapse without warning, posing a major risk of suffocation. They urge visitors to use caution and avoid digging deep holes.
The New York Times has filed a federal lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Defense, claiming new Pentagon press rules unfairly limit media access and violate the First Amendment. The Times says the policy blocks major news outlets from briefings and embeds while giving preferred access to a select few. The Pentagon says the rules improve responsible reporting, but press freedom experts warn the changes could be set a dangerous circumstance. The Times is seeking an injunction to stop the policy as the case moves forward.
On December 5th, a holiday tradition returns for decades. NDSU has brought Messiah to life with hundreds of student, musicians, and community voices. Here's Henry with the story.
If you're looking for something to do this weekend to get into the holiday spirit, the Chalet School of Music is presenting their yearly performance of Handel's Messiah. This performance has been a tradition in the Fargo-Moorhead area for over 3 decades, including memorable works such as the Hallelujah Chorus, For Unto Us a Child is Born, and Worthy is the Lamb, among with other memorable choruses and arias performed by many student and faculty soloists. Directed by Director of Choral Activities, Dr. Dwight Gillick, over 150 students in 5 choirs and the Baroque Festival Orchestra will present Handel's monumental piece, which has become a holiday tradition throughout the world. Premiered in Dublin, Ireland in 1742, Messiah combines the Old and New Testament texts in one of the most memorable works of Western music. It features performances by NDSU's concert choir, madrigal singers, University Chamber Singers, Cantemus, the Statesmen of NDSU, and the Baroque Festival Orchestra. Tickets are $20 for adults, $15 for seniors, and $10 for non-NDSU students, and free for NDSU students with ID. The production begins Thursday, December 4th and continues until Saturday, December 6th. The performances start at 7:30 p.m. Don't miss your chance to see this incredible master work performed in the local area. This has been Henry Raddock with the Bison Information Network.
Stay tuned for more with Bison Spotlight.
Founded in 1985, the Missouri Valley Football Conference has established a tradition of FCS football excellence. Competing at the highest level of NCAA Division I, student athletes at its 10 institutions demonstrate character, passion, and integrity as they grow as a student, an athlete, and a citizen. The Missouri Valley Football Conference, where leaders are shaped and champions are forged.
One kid, one mentor, plus one moment can unlock limitless potential. 30,000 youth are waiting. Be there for one of them. Become a big today.
At NDSU, we're going to teach you about how to work with people. We're going to teach you about relationships with people and how to manage those relationships successfully, whether that's at work, whether that's at home. We have majors in agricultural communication, strategic communication, journalism, and management communication. We have students who have graduated who are doing all kinds of different things, everything from marketing to writing content to development to career coaching. We also, of course, have people doing more traditional things like a news reporter or working for TV stations. The faculty members in our department advise undergraduate students. We think that it's important for faculty to develop relationships with our undergrads. We have an advisory board, and that consists of people in the community who are like local business people, and we try to make connections with those people so that literally we know the person that they should talk to about a job. You can't be in the world if you can't communicate. My recommendation is that you take some communication classes at the very least if you can. Even better, do a major in communication.
Hello and welcome back to the Bison Spotlight. I'm Jack Higgins.
And I'm Zach Arndt.
NDSU's performance of Handel's Messiah is coming up on the first weekend of December. The event will have multiple choirs and an orchestral ensemble performing the Oratorio. Messiah will be directed by NDSU's own Dr. Dwight Gillick. Performances will take place at First Lutheran Church and start 7:30 p.m. December 4th, 5th, and 6th. Tickets are available on the NDSU Performing Arts website, and admission is free for any NDSU student, providing they fill out the website's Google form.
The following weekend, NDSU's Festival Concert Hall hosts the annual Madrigal Dinners, an evening of great food, chamber singing, Renaissance-flavored comedy, and features the Bison Information Network's own Henry Raddock as the new court jester.
NDSU's production of Glory is expected to arrive in theaters on the 4th through the 6th at 7:30 p.m. and on the 11th through the 13th. Set in the 1930s, this story follows 4 Canadian women who set out to form one of the most iconic women's hockey teams. Tickets are $15 for adults and $10 for seniors and non-NDSU students, with NDSU students getting in for free.
Stranger Things Season 5 released on November 26th and has been receiving some glowing reviews, with critics particularly raving about its thrilling and immersive experience, being considered a bittersweet reunion for longtime fans as the series comes to a close.
Randy Travis surprisingly released a previously unreleased Christmas song recorded before his 2013 stroke. The song, titled Where My Heart Is, reflects the warmth and timelessness of Travis's voice by showcasing the joys of decorating the Christmas tree and spending time with family. A welcome addition to Travis's long-cherished Christmas music.
Well, that's all for the Bison Spotlight section, folks. We hope you had a wonderful day and a groovy afternoon. I'm Zach Arndt.
I'm Jack Higgins.
And we hope you enjoyed the update on the Bison Spotlight. Stay tuned for Sports with Henry and Sports with Jack and Weather with Henry.
I'm your friend.
I am your coworker.
I'm your neighbor.
There's no set person that defines who needs help in North Dakota.
I play cards with your grandmother every week.
Hunger is becoming more and more widespread and more known because there are people standing up and saying, hey, this can't happen. We can't be having this in our state, in our community.
I sit next to you in math class.
It's proving that they're learning better and they're not coming to school so hungry on Monday morning. We're engaging them and we're helping them learn. I mean, people want to help their fellow citizens, and in this food bank, in this agency, that is exactly what's happening, is people really, truly care.
I'm here.
I'm here to change the faces.
I'm here to change the faces of hunger.
One kid, one mentor, plus one moment can unlock limitless potential. One heart-to-heart, one inside joke. 30,000 youth are waiting. Be there for one of them. It's time. Become a big today.
Welcome back to Bison Sports. I'm Jack Higgins. It was a quiet week in sports as most of the Bison had Thanksgiving off. The football team had a bye in the first round of the playoffs as they awaited the winner of the Illinois State and Southeastern Louisiana game. Illinois State will come to Fargo this Saturday after the Bison defeated them in Illinois 33-16 on October 4th. The Bison hope to have a better game than last after getting off to a slow start. Tim Polasek was named Missouri Valley Coach of the Year after a 12-0 record and second straight conference championship. 17 players were also named to the All-Missouri Valley Football Conference team, with voting coming from league media, head coaches, and communications directors. Linebacker Logan Kopp finished second in voting for Defensive Player of the Year and was one of 10 Bison selected to the first team, along with running back Barika Kapenu, fullback Truman Wermeyer, wide receiver Bryce Lance, right guard Griffin Empey, center Trent Fraley, left tackle Bo Johnson, defensive tackle Keenan Wilson, kicker Eli Ozick, and long snapper Caleb Bowers. In other Bison sports news, women's volleyball finished their season in Brookings before Thanksgiving, falling short in the Summit League Championship semifinals to South Dakota State. They lost 3-0, finishing with a 17-11 record and advancing to the semifinals for the first time since 2023. South Dakota State moved on to face St. Thomas in the championship round, falling to them 3-1. Women's basketball also played in the Osprey Classic, Thanksgiving Classic last weekend in Jacksonville, Florida. They played on Friday against Campbell, winning 71-49. Marissa Frost had 21 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Abby Kraswinski had 15 points and 7 rebounds, and Avery Conan had double digits in her 6th straight game with 12 points and 5 rebounds. Saturday, they took on Bethune Cookman, winning their 3rd straight, 85-36. Conan had a double-double with 19 points and 12 rebounds. Frost had 16 points and 3 rebounds. The men also played one game Friday, losing to Arkansas State in overtime, 85-80. Damari Wheeler-Thomas scored 28 points to lead the team, and Noah Feddersen scored 12. The back-and-forth contest had 17 lead changes and 13 ties, but ultimately the Bison fell to 5-3 on the season. That's all I have for Bison Sports, but here's Bison Overtime for a preview of Saturday's game against Illinois State and weather with Henry.
All right, thanks to Jaden for giving us 15 minutes of his time. Sorry that went longer than I anticipated, but oh well. I think he gave us a pretty good inkling of what this Illinois State team is. Like they're good. I don't think any of us are disputing how good they are. It's a Valley team. I think they've caught NDC's attention because they've played them once this year, and they got some athletes. That's for sure.
Yeah, and they're road warriors. They've been way better on the road than at home, which is
unbeaten
weird.
On the road this year.
Yeah, so it's going to be a challenge.
So, again, just looking at the numbers again on them, the numbers aren't going to wow you when it comes to how they played against Southeast Louisiana, but overall, 51 touchdowns, 30 points a game, 269 yards per game. Sobkowitz, Maylander, Winkers Wright, Victor Dawson, Rittenhouse has gotten better.
Yeah.
Offensive line's a little banged up, as Jaden alluded to, so we'll see how they hold up on the front lines.
Yeah.
But they got athletes on the outside that can hurt NDSU.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna have to go to him too. I mean, they're not gonna run the ball down NDSU's throat. That's not their game anymore. They're gonna try at the start, I'm sure. But
yeah.
Sobkowitz is their guy. He's their Bo Belquist in a sense.
Defensively, again, they got.
Hello, NDSU. My name is Henry Raddock, your weatherman, here with another Bison weather report. It's cold. This past week has been cold and snowy and bad, but also cold. And some people like the cold. I don't like the cold. 24.5 with some snow today. Scattered snow showers. Try saying that 5 times fast. Precipitation 25%, humidity 90%, and wind at 8 miles an hour. Now, heading into this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we're seeing very cold temperatures, 11 and 8, with lows in the negatives to low 10s. We are seeing a little bit of sun on Sunday, very fitting. Moving on to Monday and the rest of the week, 20 and 15, with some snow on Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday being 28 and 16. Wednesday and Thursday, we're seeing a bit more sun, but colder temperatures, 19, 15, and 5 and 4. Moving on to national temperatures, it's cold everywhere. Kind of like a giant circle we're seeing in the big mid part of the section, the big section of the country, in that kind of blue 40s, 30s, and 20s section. And then, as you can see where we are, we're kind of in the circle of pink, which is the 10s to 0 weather. Just be glad we're not in the purples yet, because purples is like negative temperatures, and we don't get that until at least February. Well, that's all I have for this week, Bison. I hope you guys have a great and warm dead week coming up, and wish you all the best for finals week. Stay safe out there, drive smart, and I've been Henry Raddock. Roll Herd.
That's all we have for you guys this week at the Bison Information Network. As always, thank you for watching. I'm Jack Higgins, and Roll Herd.